Hello students, welcome to the world of RoboMate. Now students, I'm going to discuss with you the revised board paper pattern of physics. So can we start up? Now students, first we need to see what is going to be the design of the physics question paper. Students, very simple, all of you know this. Total marks is 100. In that 100 mark, theory will be for 70 marks and then you have 30 marks practical. We are interested in the theory. The theory paper is for 70 mark. And the theory paper has 4 sections. Section 1 is section A, which contains MCQ and very short answer question, and it is for 8 marks. Then you have the second section, which is section B, which contains short answer question 1, and it is for 14 marks. Then you have the third section, which is section C, which contains again short answer question 2, and it is for 33 marks. Very important. Then the fourth section is your section D, which contains a long answer question, and it is for 15 marks. Now students, if you see this very carefully, section C is for 33 marks. It's a very important section. So I hope so you understood the design of the question paper. Now let us move on. Now students, next I'm going to discuss with you the types of questions. You might be thinking, oh, physics paper, how many easy questions? How many average questions? How many hard questions? Don't worry, I will clear it. Students, in the physics paper, easy questions will be of 21 marks. 21 marks is 30% of the paper. Then you have average questions. Average questions will be of 34 marks. 34 marks is 49% of the paper. Again, 49%, 34 marks. Then you have difficult questions. And difficult questions is only for 15 marks. 15 marks is just 21% of the paper. Just 15 marks. Then students, I want to add one important thing. Numericals can be expected for 18 marks. Expected for 18 marks. Alright. Students, if you see here very carefully, we are interested in the average questions. 34 marks. So if you do average questions very nicely, you're going to get 34 marks. So students, I hope so you got an idea about the types of questions that is going to be asked in the board examination. Alright. So let us move on. Now students, I'm going to discuss with you the paper pattern. First of all, there are 4 sections. Section A contains MCQ and a very short answer question, and it is for 8 marks. Question number 1 to question number 4 is MCQ, multiple choice question. And then question number 4 to question number 8 is very short answer question. Alright, each question is 1 mark, so total 8 marks. Then we go on to the second section, that is section B. It contains short answer question, 14 marks. Alright, that is question number 9 to question number 15, short answer question 1, 2 marks each. This is your second section. Understanding? Now students, here there is one very important point. Any one question will have an internal option. Are you happy? Yes, I can see you. You're very happy. But note this. Internal option will be from the same chapter. What did I say? Internal option will be from the same chapter. So you cannot neglect any chapter. Alright, you can do it. So prepare all the chapters. Now students, next if you see, we have section C. Again, section C is short answer question 2, which is for 33 marks. A major section. And here, question number 16 to 26 is short answer question 2, and it is each question is 3 marks. And again students, here, any one question will have an internal option. Also, the internal option will be from the same chapter. So, yes, don't neglect any chapter. You have to do all the chapters and you can do it. Alright. Now, moving on to the last section. It is section D, which contains a long answer question, and it is for 15 marks. That is, question number 27 to 29 is long answer question, 5 marks each. And now students, here, all the questions will have an internal option. Again, internal option will be from, yes, the same chapter. So don't neglect any chapter. And students, 5 marks, how the questions can be asked. It can be split like this, 2, 2, 1. So 2 2-mark question and 1 1-mark question, or 3 plus 2, 1 3-mark question and 1 2-mark question. I hope so you understood the paper pattern. Alright, now moving on to the next one, I'm going to discuss with you the mark distribution. If you see the mark distribution, first of all, the first chapter is circular motion. It's for 4 mark. Then you have gravitation, 3 mark. Then you have rotational motion, 4 mark. Then you have oscillation, 5 mark. Then you have elasticity for 3 marks, then you have surface tension for 4, then you have wave motion for 3, then you have stationary waves for 5 mark, and then you have KTG, kinetic theory of gases and radiation, for 4 mark. Students, this is all your part 1 chapters. Alright, I hope so you understood the mark distribution. Then we go to part 2. In part 2, we start with wave theory of light, WTL, wave theory of light. It is for 3 marks. Then you move on to interference and diffraction, which is for 4 marks. Then you move on to electrostatics, which is for 3 mark. Then we have current electricity for 3 mark. Then we have MEEC, that is magnetic effect of electric current, for 3 mark. Then we have magnetism for 3 mark. Then you're moving on to EMI, electromagnetic induction, for 4 mark. Then you have the chapter electrons and photons for 3 mark. Then you have the chapter AMN, atom, molecule and nuclei, for 4 mark. Then you have semiconductors for 3. And then you have at last communication system for 2. These are the mark distribution. Now, students, if you see this very carefully, oscillation is for 5 mark. So long answer question can come from oscillation, and again numericals can come from oscillation. So you need to do the textbook solved examples and unsolved sums very nicely. Alright, then if you see there, part 1, stationary waves is also for 5 mark. So long answer question can come from stationary waves. Again, stationary waves has lots of numericals, so try to cover up the numericals. Have you covered up? No? Then try to cover up. It's very, very important. Alright. Then if you see, we have interference and diffraction for 4 mark. There also, we have numericals which are very, very important for board examination. Try to cover up the textual numericals. Then if you see in part 2, we have EMI, yes, electromagnetic induction, another important chapter for 4 mark. So there can be numericals from this, so try to cover it up. Then the next important one is atoms, molecule and nuclei, which is again for 4 mark, which can contain numericals in your board exam. Are you understanding? So all these chapters, try to do the numericals very nicely. Alright, I'm very sure you can do it, don't worry. Fine. Students, many people are thinking, sir, I'm not able to complete the paper on time. Can you help me? Don't worry. Now I'm going to discuss with you how to manage your time. While writing the physics paper, how to manage your time. How much minutes you have to spend for each and every question. I'm going to give it to you, don't worry. I'm going to make things very easy for you. Now, students, if you see time management, first of all, in the paper, question number 1 to question number 4 is MCQ. So for MCQ, you can spend say 4 minutes. The 4 questions, a minute each, 4 minutes. Then question number 5 to question number 8 is a very short answer question. You can spend maximum 8 minutes. That is 2 minutes per question. Alright. Then question number 9 to question number 15 is short answer 1. And for this you can spend 35 minutes because they are 2 marks each. So 35 minutes you can spend. Then question number 16 to question number 26 is again short answer 2. For this, you can spend 77 minutes because these are 3 mark questions. You need to make diagrams wherever required. So you can take 77 minutes. Alright. Then you move on to question number 27 to 29, which is long answer question. For this, you can spend 36 minutes. 3 long answer question, 5 marks, numericals will be there. You have to make diagram also where required. So 36 minutes you can spend. And then for checking the paper for mistakes or anything, you can spend 20 minutes. Now if you see total, how much we are getting? Yes, 180 minutes. Like this you can manage your paper. You understood? I hope so this will help you. Now if you see here, I am spending 77 minutes for question number 16 to 26. And that is going to give me majority of the mark because it is short answer 2. Alright. So you have to focus on that section very, very nicely. Alright. So students, I hope so you understood the new paper pattern. I hope so you understood the types of questions that is going to be asked. You saw the complete paper pattern also. You saw the mark distribution, and here I have explained the time management. I hope so you are benefited by this. Come on students, keep working. You can do it because you are the king of kings. Rise and shine.